In this video, we're going to solve a systems practice problem that's similar to the problems that you will see in my lab. So for this problem, we have a hotel that has 200 rooms. The rooms with kitchen facilities rent for $100 per night, and those without kitchen facilities rent for $80 per night. On a night when the hotel was completely occupied, revenues were $17,000. So for the first question, let X be the number of hotel rooms that rent for $100 per night. How would you find the revenue from those rooms? So if I had 8 rooms that rented for $100 per night, that would be $800. If I had 12 rooms, it would be $1,200. So we multiply 100 by the number of those rooms, and that is 100x. And then for part B, let Y be the number of rooms that rent for $80 per night. How would you find the revenue from those rooms? So if Y is 10 rooms at $80 per night, that's 800. If it is 5 rooms, that's 400. So it's 80 times Y, however many rooms it is. And then question C says to add the revenue from the 2 types of rooms to find an equation for the total revenue for the night. So I know that my total revenue for the night is $17,000. So when I add the revenue for the 2 types of rooms, I want it to equal $17,000. So my equation would be 100x plus 80y equals 17,000. Part D says to use the fact that there are a total of 200 rooms to write a second equation. There's a total of 200 rooms. We have X that are the more expensive rooms, and Y are the cheaper rooms. And the total of X and Y is 200. So that means my second equation is X plus Y equals 200. Now we're going to graph these equations on the Desmos graphing calculator and use the graph to determine how many of each type of room the hotel has. So our X and Y need to satisfy both of these equations. So it's going to be the point where those 2 lines cross. So let's go to Desmos, and we're going to graph our 2 equations. Our first one is 100x plus 80y equals 17,000. And a note about if you try to put a comma in the number here, the way that you would when you would write it, Desmos doesn't like that. So you can't use commas. And then it'll graph the line properly. And then our second equation is x plus y equals 200. So I can't see my lines, of course, because my scale is not correct. I can see that my total number of rooms needs to be 200, so I could set my scale to go up to 200 for both X and Y, and then I should be able to see the lines. Yep, there they are. So I can see that they're both very similarly slanted here, but if I click near, Desmos will tell me what the exact point is where the lines are crossing, which is very helpful. That's at 50 and 150. So my point is 50 and 150. Now, in order to answer the question is asking me how much of each type of room the hotel has. So I need to go back and identify what X and Y actually are. So X is my $100 per night hotel rooms. So the X coordinate here is 50. And my Y is the number of rooms that rent for $80 per night. So the Y coordinate is 150. So I have 150 of the $80 rooms.